So on very special occasions, I come from behind the camera and I actually talk to you guys and I interact with you guys, which I'm trying to do that much more. And today is one of those very special occasions. Here, I have the iPad Pro Magic Keyboard. And I want to talk to you a little bit about this device and see if this thing lives up to the hype and is this for you. So let's check it out. So a lot of people don't really want to see an unboxing. Some people do. So I will show you parts of this one. Apple still puts this thing in a premium box. They give you the satisfaction of pulling the tape off and the box pulling apart and all that good stuff. But once you get into the meat of this device or the meat of this box, you find this Magic Keyboard. Now, this keyboard has been hyped up for months. And a lot of people have been wondering, will this thing live up to its name? And I can say, taking this out of the box, the actual weight of it, and pulling it out of the box for the first time, it has a new car smell. It has a new car feel. This thing feels like a super premium device, and it should. For that price tag, almost 400 bucks, this thing should feel that way. And if you look at the hinges on it, out of the box, its hinging mechanism is not one to be laughed at. This thing, it basically, I thought it would be easier to bend, but it wasn't. And actually folding it back and forth, you get the same bending ability, the same folding ability every single time. So this thing is still a keyboard case after all. So let's talk about the functions of this. With it up, you actually get a tilted angle, and you can even get a 90-degree angle if you tilt the keyboard all the way down. The magnets on here are super strong. You don't have to worry about it popping off in the back. You can hit on it, do whatever you need to do. It stays on there, stays in place. Once you actually put it on, it's basically, let's just do it with one hand. There we go. It snaps into place and you have no issues. Like I said, the magnet, super strong. Tons of people have done reviews on it already, but these magnets, I can tell you from using them right here that this thing is not gonna fall off of here. You get your USB Type-C port down there. Now, what's notable about that USB Type-C port is that this thing is only good for charging your device. It will not work with the USB Type-C hub, so just get that out of your head. The hinging or the folding mechanism will not allow you to do this with one hand. The bottom is not heavy enough, although the bottom is heavy enough to support the weight of the iPad if you let this thing all the way back. It's not gonna jump, and I'm hitting it on the top and you see it goes right back down. Once you get it all the way folded down, looking right here at your actual camera, sits down in a groove, a nice recess, so you don't have to worry about your camera getting banged up. And all of our cutouts and everything line up, and everything matches with the Apple Pencil as well. Looking at the back, you get the same thing as on the front. And that's pretty much it. Very minimalistic style, very minimalistic setup. The actual magnets are on the back portion. There are no magnets on the bottom. And then you get your floating hinge right there that you can run your hand right up under. Only drawback is this thing is missing the keyboard shortcut row. It would have been perfect if it had had that. The Magic Keyboard is going to be a great companion for light carry, for heavy use, just walking around the house. You can fold it up, take it around wherever you go, sit it down, and then you got your workspace right there with your keyboard as well as your trackpad, everything right there in one. Now, when you think about the typing experience, because that's why you got this thing, right? You got it for the trackpad, you got it for the typing experience. These scissor switch keys sound really great. I'll let you hear how they sound when you push them and they come back to you. So my hands are good size hands, and I get a good feel all the way across this keyboard. There's no issue with my fingers, and the floating mechanism is actually one that I really appreciate. So one major drawback to this device, if you want to change the brightness on here, there's actually no shortcut for that. So you're gonna have to go into the actual settings themselves. So using our trackpad, our mouse, we'll just come here, we'll go to general. And first off, we'll stop by this one because this one is the easiest one to find. This is the trackpad, and you can change your tracking speed, you can have natural scrolling, and you can do the tap to click rather than pressing in and actually physically clicking on the trackpad. So once you click out of there, you're going to come right here to keyboard and go up to hardware keyboard, and this will actually allow you to change that keyboard brightness. So hold that down. If you want it really super bright, you can see it lit up down there, or if you want it really dim, you can see the lights going up and down back there. Now there is ambient brightness, but I would prefer to just basically set mine. As you can see, the brightness level going up and down on those keys. I will probably put it right about there, just because I like to have a good backlight when I'm using my keyboard. So once you're actually done in here, next thing I want you to do is come into accessibility. Once you're in accessibility, you come over here to pointer control. And in pointer control, this is where you can change the actual color of your pointer. You have red, green, yellow, orange, as well as you can change the actual pointer size. Now, that's a key thing. Some people like it super big, some people like it super small. I want to keep mine as small as possible. And then you can have the pointer animation. Now, what I mean by the pointer animation is, you see how that kind of blew up around there? Now, if we turn that animation off, see, it doesn't do that, and it actually just makes the accessibility stand out. But I like the animation, so we'll be keeping that. So is this thing going to be a good buy for you? Now, for the average consumer, unless you just got $400 laying around, you're probably not going to pick up this whole set. Now, this is for the 12.9 inch. The actual 11 inch starts at $299. So unless you have $300 or $400 just laying around, you're probably not going to pick up this, because there are plenty of alternative keyboards. Now, mouse trackpad devices are not working so great right now unless they come from Apple. Third parties are having issues. And I'll talk about that in another video just a little bit further, because I'm looking into another keyboard case and how they've delayed some of their products. But if you got the extra money, it's a good buy. It's a good investment. Only drawback is you're going to have to go into those settings to change the brightness level on your keyboard, and you do not get a dedicated row of shortcuts. But what you will get for your shortcuts will be your command button. Just hold that down, and anywhere that you are, if you're in Safari, if you're in Notes, these shortcuts will pop up. So let me show you what I mean by that. I'm going to actually go into Notes right now. Open up Notes, and I'm going to hold down my command button. And what you're going to notice is you get a whole list of shortcuts right there. So no matter the application that you're in, you're going to get different shortcuts. So I guess Apple sacrificed a separate row for the shortcuts just because you have this floating, how I can run my hand up under here just like that. You have the floating hinge mechanism. It's a great keyboard case, and if you have the extra money, I say go for it. My opinion is still a little too expensive, but in this field, you got to pay to play. So I paid. So I will be doing follow-up videos showing you guys shortcuts, showing you guys trackpad things, you name it, I'll do it. Just drop a comment below and let me know what you want to see specifically, and I'll put those videos together just to help you guys out. So this has been my Magic keyboard video. A lot of people ask for it, and I want to give the people what they want. This is the device. This is how it looks. Portable, flexible, stylish, convenient. You name it, it is it, and you're going to enjoy this thing if you pick one up. So hopefully this has been able to help someone out. Until next time, be sure and give me that thumbs up, and please subscribe. Average Tech Guy out. Peace.